For nearly 100 years, this modest bungalow stood watch over the corner of South Fort Harrison and Druid Road. It witnessed the Great War, the Great Hurricane of 1921, and the Great Depression, World War II, the Cold War, and the space race. Surrounded by dense commercial properties in downtown Clearwater, the home, in recent years, looked out of place and in disrepair, a prime candidate to be torn down and its lot redeveloped. For any other structure, this might have been an inevitable fate. But this house isn't your average home. In fact, it's been home to one of the most storied families in Pinellas County's history. The house was built in 1915 by Alfred Cleveland Turner, seen here with his wife, Amber Clark Turner. Alfred was at one point the manager of the golf course at the nearby Bellevue Biltmore Hotel. He bears a family name whose presence in the area goes back to the 1800s, when today's Pinellas Peninsula was part of Hillsborough County. His father, Arthur Campbell Turner, opened Clearwater's first general store and published the West Hillsborough Times newspaper, which eventually became today's Tampa Bay Times. The property passed hands through generations, eventually becoming the home of Geraldine Clark Turner, where she lived from her birth until just before her passing in 2013. Jerry, as she was affectionately known, was for years a teacher at St. Petersburg Junior College. In her will, she donated the building to the county with the stipulation that it be moved to the county's Living History Museum, Heritage Village in Largo, and she also bequeathed funds to pay the cost of the relocation. The Turner Bungalow was also unique because, well, it looks pretty much like the day it was built. Unlike other homes dating to the era, very little was done to modernize the building. It provides a glimpse back to the homes and construction of the time.
One of the things on the long-range plan at Heritage Village was to get a bungalow type of house. And there aren't very many of them available now, or if there are, they've all been remodeled and redone. And this one is old. It's in its original form with its original doors, windows, roof, floors, paint, and light fixtures. And so it's not going to take as much. It's going to take a lot of work, but it's not going to take as much of buying these fixtures new so that it matches the period of when it was built and when it was lived in. It's like a time capsule.
One of the first tasks required before the property was moved was to carefully pack and box everything that was inside the home.
I've had 16 volunteers that have helped on the crew. What we've been doing has been packing all the things that were left to us in the house, and there are many treasures. It's really been fun. Every closet and every box you open has some new treasure in it. We found a lot of surprises. We found old antique children's toys from the early 1900s. We found things from the Biltmore Hotel, goblets and glasses and menus and a number of things from there. We found good china, we found everyday china, we found all the cooking utensils that were in the kitchen. There's not a whole lot of furniture, it's not in real good repair now, but some very nice furniture, some East Lake kinds of furniture, and the whole place is just very neat and it's really exciting.
The home was built around a beautifully embellished fireplace, built with expert skill and craftsmanship. Many of the period furnishings were also in excellent shape, including this beautiful mahogany grandfather clock. It was taken to Heritage Village, where it will be preserved for future visitors to admire. The rest of the home structure, however, was in pretty rough shape. Built with locally harvested pine, termites savaged the structure, leaving widespread damage on the heart pine floors and more untold havoc in the structure. A leaking roof damaged the plaster ceilings, and asbestos and lead paint are sure to be in the building, requiring remediation to make it safe for future visitors. But the most pressing task was to prepare the building for its 6-mile move to its new home. The county's contractor began preparing the building by clearing overgrowth to allow access. From there, the bungalow was jacked up to take the load off the brick foundation piers and gently lowered onto the trailer that would allow it to make the move. Meanwhile, a site was cleared and prepared in Heritage Village for the structure, next door to the Walsingham House on the northwestern edge of the park. Back in Clearwater, the roof had to be removed to allow the building to make the move, and great care was exercised to ensure that each of the original rafters, no matter how badly damaged by termites, could carefully be cataloged to recreate the roof at its new site. As the sun set on a cold January 22nd, final preparations were made to move the structure. the last piers were dismantled by hand, and with some assistance from a front-end loader, the home started to move. With extreme care and careful negotiation, the contractors were able to pull the home onto Druid Road. Later that night, with traffic at its lightest, the Turner Bungalow was towed by a heavy truck down Missouri Avenue. Early morning motorists, while inconvenienced, were witnessing history in slow motion as the home made its journey to its first stop, just inside the gate of Heritage Village. Completion of the relocation had to wait until the next afternoon when the Turner Bungalow was carefully wheeled to its new location, joining the other structures there that helped tell the story of Pinellas County. From there, the Turner Bungalow will need some extensive rehabilitation to make it safe, watertight, and bring it back to its former glory. Until then, visitors can look up at the modest structure and let their imaginations take them back to what Pinellas County was nearly 100 years ago. For more information about Heritage Village, visit www.pinellascounty.org/heritage. And for more videos about our local history, review the Pinellas County History playlist at Pinellas County Government YouTube channel at www.youtube.com/PCCTV1. For Inside Pinellas, I'm Tom Iovino.